Would anybody have their list, their lab list?
Oh, she already crossed it out. All right, so let's look at some of these structures. All right, so here we go. The outside of the kidney, what was that called again? This layer. This is all we did in lecture. We did this in lecture just a minute ago. This is just a repeat of that. So this was the capsule. Right? The outer layer is the capsule. All right. This area here, all this area here, underneath the capsule, that is called the cortex. This region is the cortex. So if I ask you in lab, identify the region, that is the cortex. Okay?
Point to that again, please. The region.
Is that recording? Okay. You got it the first time, right?
No, I didn't. That's why I asked if you repeat it.
My goodness. Cortex.
Got it, okay.
All right. Then this region here, I mean, you did this in class also, so you should know from there. This area here, this is the medulla. What is medulla made up of?
Triangle.
Okay. What are those called?
Pyramids.
Pyramids. Right. So there's your pyramids. And what is that area tissue in between the pyramids called? Renal columns. There you go. So all these are pyramids and columns. All right. So this region is your medulla, individual structures, pyramid, and column. All right. On the pyramid, what was the pointy portion called? What was the other name for it? Papilla. 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 What was the broad portion of the pyramid called? Base. Good. All right. Then you have this is missing stuff. This is missing stuff. That's not good.
That's okay. Next one.
Yeah, follow the outline.
Well, you're gonna need to know them anyway for your exam. What were these small things called? Minor? Minor calyx. What were the larger ones called? Major calyx. What was this triangular area called?
Pelvis.
Pelvis, you got it. And what was this called? Ureter. Ureter, right? Okay. So pelvis, ureter is listed here, but the major, minor is not listed here, so you may want to add them on your list. Major, minor. Major calyx, minor calyx. All right, so now we have blood vessels. And then we have the tubule to do, and then that basically is it. So blood vessels, starting with this artery, renal artery. What are the first branches of renal artery called? Segmental arteries. Then this branch in between the lobes. Interlobar. Interlobar. Very good. Okay. Then from the interlobar, you have these arteries that bend around the base of the pyramid. What are they called? Arcuate. And then from the arcuate, you have these ones coming into the cortex. They're called cortical radiate. Cortical radiate, or also known as interlobular. Interlobular, right there. All right, now before I go to the other model, let me just give you guys one more heads up. This is the pyramid. What was that structure called? Pyramid and two, half of the columns around and the overlying cortex. What was that structure called? Lobe. That was called the renal lobe. This model, the other model here, is an approximation of the lobe, except it's missing the columns on the side. All right. So if I put this over here, this model over this one here is basically one of these pyramids. So you look at this. What is this brown layer called again? The outer layer of the capsule. What was this region called? Cortex. What is this region called? Medulla. Very good. What is this brown structure individually called? Pyramid. Very good. Pyramid. What is this pointy portion of the pyramid called? Apex. What is the wide portion called? Base. You can see all those structures here again, just like the other kidney here. This blood vessel here. Blood vessel, red for artery, blue for vein. What is this blood vessel? The vessel that is in the renal column. What was that called? Interlobar. Interlobar. This is interlobar. What was the blood vessel that goes around the base of the pyramid? Arcuate. Arcuate. Bless you.
Thank you.
From the arcuate, you get these branches coming out. What are those branches called again? Cortical radiate or interlobular. I'm just saying that you can correlate these two models together, right? These are just smaller on this model here. Here, they're a little larger. All right, now, okay, from the interlobular blood vessel here, you see these little branches coming out? This branch here, all these branches coming out. They are known as afferent arteriole. Okay, we did this in class again. Afferent arteriole. These are all afferent arteriole. Afferent arteriole goes to this structure here, that cluster of capillaries. What was that cluster called? Glomerulus. Glomerulus. That's the glomerulus. Afferent arteriole, glomerulus. Okay? Afferent arteriole, glomerulus is inside this tan structure. This is over, you can see they've cut it to show you the inside. Okay? Then from the glomerulus, you have blood vessel coming out, the smaller one coming out. This one coming out. That is called the efferent or efferent arteriole. Efferent going in, efferent coming out. Then all this network of capillaries, what were they called? All those capillaries that are in your cortex. Peritubular capillaries. Peritubular capillaries. What were those capillaries called that went straight up and down next to the loop of Henle? Loop of Henle, they're not showing in this model here, but it would be right in the middle of this. What were those straight blood vessels going up and down around the loop of Henle? Vasa recta. There it is. Vasa recta. Okay, so we did all the blood vessels. We did the vasa recta, peritubular capillaries, afferent arteriole, glomerulus, efferent arteriole. All right, we did all those. All right, now we have one last thing, and that is the parts of the nephron. Okay, so parts of nephron. First and foremost, do you see a difference in these two nephrons? This one and this one, right? What is the name we give this nephron? Say again? Cortical nephron. Very good. And the other one is called? Say again? Juxtamedullary nephron. This is a juxtamedullary nephron. You can see the loop of Henle is much longer in the juxtamedullary nephron. All right, now, what are the different parts? What is this cup-like structure around the Bowman's capsule called? Cup-like structure around the glomerulus called. I just gave you the answer. This is called Bowman's capsule, or glomerular capsule, right? This cup-like structure around the glomerulus is called the Bowman's capsule. What is this first twisty-turny portion called? You just did this in class. You forgot that quickly? Proximal convoluted tubule, right there. All right. This is your loop of Henle. Descending loop, ascending loop. B is descending, C is ascending. All right, this leads to this twisty-turny portion again. What is that called now? Distal convoluted tubule. This leads to this structure here, number 6. That is your collecting duct. That is your collecting duct. Now, let's repeat over here. What is that cup-like structure called again?
Valve capsule.
Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. Close, close, almost. What is this twisty-turny portion called? Which convoluted? Proximal convoluted tubule. What is this loop again called? Loop of Henle, or nephron loop. This is the descending portion. You can see you have thick and thin portion here. This is the ascending portion, again thick and thin. You can see the thin and thick. I mean, that's easy to see, right? Thin portion, this is the ascending, this is the descending. What is this twisty-turny portion again? This is called the? Not duct, there's no duct yet. Distal convoluted tubule. And what is this again? Collecting duct. That's it. Okay. That's it. Next is your reproductive system, and that's it.